4 vitamins you should almost never take again after 60, and 4 you actually should take every single day. If you're over 60, people have probably told you for years that a few vitamins in the morning is one of the smartest things you can do for your health. One little pill for your joints, another for your heart, maybe one more for energy. Simple, right? But here's the shocking truth most seniors are never warned about. Some of the vitamins you swallow every day may quietly be making you weaker, more confused, and even sicker. Clinical studies now show that certain supplements, the very ones marketed as essential for seniors, can slowly build up in your body, overload your liver, stiffen and narrow your arteries, and even increase your risk of stroke or nerve damage. And the worst part? These are not rare or exotic pills. They are everyday vitamins sitting right now in the medicine cabinets of millions of older adults. Why does this happen? Because as we age, our bodies change. Your liver doesn't filter out toxins as efficiently as it once did. Your kidneys can't clear the excess as easily. Your nerves and blood vessels become more delicate, more fragile. So, something that seemed perfectly healthy at 40 can quietly turn into a health trap at 65. In this video, I'll walk you through the 4 vitamins you should avoid after 60, and just as important, the 4 vitamins you should consider taking daily to protect your brain, support your muscles, and potentially help you live longer. And please, stay with me until the very end, because vitamin number 1 is scientifically linked to a 36% reduction in the risk of death from all causes. This is not a sales trick, it comes from real data. So, if you have your supplement bottle nearby, keep it in your hand, look at the label with me, and let's find out together whether the pills you take every morning are truly helping you live longer, or quietly wearing down your health. Worst vitamin number 4. Vitamin A in retinol form, the good guy that can turn toxic after 60. At first glance, vitamin A looks like a hero. Doctors often say it's good for your eyes, your skin, and your immune system. And that's true, in the right form and in the right amount. But here's what most seniors are never told. After 60, too much vitamin A in the form of retinol, the synthetic version found in many multivitamins and liver-based supplements, can slowly build up inside your body and act like a poison. Unlike water-soluble vitamins, such as vitamin C or the B vitamins, which are flushed out in your urine, vitamin A is fat-soluble. That means your body stores it in your liver and in your fat tissues, where it can quietly accumulate over time, especially as you get older. As you get older, your liver simply doesn't work as fast as it used to. It can't clear away the extra vitamin A efficiently anymore. On top of that, the way fat is stored in your body changes with age. And that also changes how vitamins are kept. So the vitamin A you swallow today doesn't just disappear tomorrow. It builds up slowly, like a drip filling a glass, drop after drop, until one day it overflows. Here's where the hidden danger starts. Over time, this overload can trigger symptoms that many seniors shrug off as just getting old. Dry, itchy skin, fragile hair, dizziness or blurred vision, stiff and painful joints, and constant tiredness. But it doesn't stop there. A 2022 review in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors with too much vitamin A had a 25% higher risk of atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat that greatly raises the chance of stroke after 65. In simple terms, that harmless vitamin pill could quietly be increasing your risk of a life-threatening event. So, how much is too much? If your multivitamin or supplement gives you more than 700 micrograms of retinol per day for women, or 900 micrograms for men, often listed as retinol or retinyl palmitate, you're already in the risk zone. and many senior formulas go over these levels without you even realizing it. Now for the good news. You don't have to cut vitamin A out of your life. Your body still needs it, just in a safer form called beta-carotene, which is naturally found in foods like sweet potatoes, carrots, spinach, and eggs. Your body only converts beta-carotene into vitamin A when it actually needs it. That means there's no real danger of overdose. Think of beta-carotene as a smart, self-regulating fuel tank. It tops itself up only when your body is running low. Retinol, on the other hand, keeps pouring fuel in until the tank spills over and damage begins. So if you're over 60, take a moment to look at the labels on your supplements. If you spot retinol or retinol palmitate, it may be time to rethink your routine. Shift toward real foods rich in beta-carotene and let your body decide how much vitamin A it truly needs. Because after 60, good health isn't about swallowing more and more pills. It's about choosing the right ones, in the right form.
Worst vitamin number 3.
Iron supplements. The energy booster that can backfire after 60. When most people hear iron, they immediately think of energy. Doctors often prescribe it for fatigue. Multivitamins include it to fight tiredness. And for decades, iron has been marketed as the solution for brittle nails, pale skin, and general weakness. But here's what almost no one tells seniors. After 60, iron supplements can quietly turn toxic. Unlike water-soluble vitamins, extra iron doesn't just wash out of your body. It's stored in organs like your liver, your heart, and your pancreas. So when you keep adding iron on top of what your body already has, it doesn't simply disappear. It builds up slowly, like rust forming inside an old metal pipe, eating away from the inside over time. Why does iron become more dangerous as you age? For men, iron loss mostly stops after puberty. For women, it drops sharply after menopause. That means the natural drain that used to remove excess iron is basically gone. Unless you've had blood loss from surgery, ulcers, or a clearly diagnosed condition, you're probably not truly deficient. The extra iron from supplements just gets stored in your organs, causing oxidative stress, where unstable molecules damage your cells and make your tissues age faster than they should. A study published in Alzheimer's Research and Therapy linked excess iron to a higher risk of dementia. Other research shows that too much iron can promote heart disease, liver damage, and even certain cancers. And the most worrying part? Very few seniors actually need extra iron at all. The silent signs of iron overload are tricky. Iron toxicity usually doesn't show up with obvious, dramatic symptoms. Instead, it creeps in with vague problems that are often blamed on aging, joint pain and stiffness, ongoing fatigue that doesn't improve with rest, memory issues or brain fog, heart palpitations, or irregular heartbeats. Meanwhile, that energy pill you're taking might quietly be harming your heart, your liver, and your brain. How do multivitamins make things worse? Many popular senior multivitamins still include iron, even though most older adults don't need more of it. When you add that on top of iron-rich foods like red meat, beans, and fortified cereals, you're only feeding the overload. So what should you do instead? A smarter approach starts with awareness. Look at your labels. If your multivitamin contains iron and your doctor has not diagnosed you with an iron deficiency, it's probably time to switch. Get tested. Ask your doctor for a serum ferritin test or a transferrin saturation test. These show whether your iron levels are actually too high. Choose iron-free senior multivitamins, specifically made to avoid excess iron. Then, balance your diet. You'll still get plenty of natural iron from lean meats, beans, and leafy green vegetables, without piling extra iron from unnecessary supplements on top.
In short,
Iron is crucial when you're younger and regularly losing blood.
after 60,
Your body simply doesn't need that extra iron in the same way anymore. In fact, it can quietly speed up aging, weaken your memory, and put extra strain on your heart. So, before you reach for another energy tablet, remember this. What once helped you can start to harm you if your body no longer needs it. Real energy after 60 doesn't come from iron pills.
it comes from protecting your organs,
Calming inflammation, and giving your body only what it truly requires.
Worst vitamin number 2.
Calcium supplements, the bone protector that can end up hurting your heart. For decades, seniors have been told the same message. If you want strong bones, take calcium every day. You see it in TV commercials, in doctor leaflets, and in almost every bone health multivitamin on the shelf.
But here's the uncomfortable truth.
Calcium supplements, especially when taken alone, can actually do more harm than good as you get past 60. Why are calcium pills a problem? When you're younger, your bones act like thirsty sponges, soaking up calcium quickly and efficiently. Hormones and growth signals tell your body exactly where that calcium should go.
But after 60,
That system slows down. Your bones stop absorbing calcium as well as they used to. And all that extra calcium you swallow doesn't just vanish.
it starts to travel to the wrong places.
Into your arteries, where it hardens blood vessels and raises your risk of heart attack. Into your joints, where it adds to stiffness and pain. Into soft tissues, where it forms deposits your body struggles to break down. A 2016 review in the Journal of the American Heart Association confirmed this danger. Seniors who took calcium supplements had a 22% higher risk of heart disease. So, while you think you're helping your bones, you may actually be putting more pressure on your heart. The quiet signs of too much calcium often seem harmless at first. Digestive issues like bloating or constipation, joint aches, low energy, and trouble focusing. But over time, excess calcium can lead to calcified arteries and a higher risk of stroke or heart attack, painful, recurring kidney stones, and poor absorption of other nutrients, blocking minerals like zinc, iron, and magnesium.
And the cruel twist?
Your bones might not be getting stronger at all.
Why does taking calcium by itself fail?
Here's what most supplement companies don't highlight. Calcium cannot do its job properly without its team.
Vitamin D3
Helps your gut pull calcium into your bloodstream. Vitamin K2 guides calcium into your bones and helps keep it out of your arteries. Magnesium works alongside calcium so it doesn't harden your tissues.
If you only take a plain calcium pill,
Your body has no clear instructions on where to send it, and the mineral can end up in all the wrong places.
so what's a better approach?
Start by shifting your focus toward getting calcium from real foods.
Leafy green vegetables,
Sardines with bones, yogurt, almonds, and chia seeds all give you calcium in a natural, well-absorbed form. When you pair this with vitamins D3 and K2, your body can use it even better. If you truly need extra calcium, make sure any supplement you take includes these partner vitamins, not calcium on its own.
and don't forget movement.
Weight-bearing exercises like walking, light strength training, or climbing stairs are just as important as calcium for keeping your bones strong. Also, take a moment to check how much calcium you're really getting. If your multivitamin already provides around 500 to 1,000 milligrams a day, and you regularly eat calcium-rich foods, you may actually be taking more than your body needs. In short, calcium is essential, but not in the way it has usually been sold to seniors. Taken by itself in pill form, it can clog arteries, stiffen joints, and raise the risk of heart problems. True bone health comes from balance, getting calcium from real foods, combining it with D3, K2, and magnesium, and keeping your body active. After 60, it's no longer about swallowing more tablets. It's about making sure each nutrient ends up exactly where it belongs, in your bones, not in your arteries.
Worst vitamin number 1.
High-dose vitamin B6, the energy booster that quietly harms your nerves. When most people hear vitamin B6, they think it's completely safe. It's water-soluble, it supports energy, it's said to be good for the nervous system.
So what could be the problem? Here's the unsettling truth.
After 60, regularly taking large doses of B6 can actually poison your nervous system. Why does B6 become risky with age? Most B vitamins are flushed out easily in your urine, but B6 behaves differently. When you take too much, it can build up in nerve tissue. Over time, that buildup becomes toxic to your nerves, slowly damaging the very system it is supposed to support. Older adults are especially at risk because their livers clear toxins more slowly and their nerves are already more delicate. A 2017 neurology study found that older adults who took high-dose B6 supplements were twice as likely to develop signs of nerve damage compared with those who stayed within safe limits. The symptoms often look just like normal aging, which is why so many seniors don't realize what's happening. Tingling in the hands and feet, numbness or burning sensations, poor balance and more frequent falls, muscle weakness and constant fatigue, and mental fog that feels like simple age-related slowing. Sometimes what you blame on just getting older isn't really age at all. It may be toxic levels of vitamin B6 building up in your system. Here's the dose trap. The official upper safe limit for vitamin B6 is 100 milligrams per day. But there's a catch. Even 50 milligrams a day, taken over many months or years, has been shown to cause toxicity in older adults. Many nerve support and energy booster formulas on the market contain 100% to 250% of the daily limit in just one serving. Add your daily multivitamin and B6 from fortified foods on top of that, and you could be taking too much every single day without realizing it. And unlike simple deficiencies that correct quickly, nerve damage from excess B6 can take months or even years to improve. In some people, the damage may never fully go away. So what can you do instead? Rely more on food sources. Chickpeas, tuna, turkey, bananas, and fortified cereals provide all the vitamin B6 you need in a gentle, natural way. Know what your body truly requires. Older adults only need about 1.5 milligrams per day for women and 1.7 milligrams for men. Now check your supplements. If your multivitamin or nerve formula contains more than 5 to 10 milligrams of B6 per serving, it's a sign you should reconsider your choice. And always test before adding more. If you're worried, ask your doctor for a blood test to check your B6 levels. Avoid taking high doses just in case. In the end, vitamin B6 itself is not the enemy. It's actually essential for good health. But too much can slowly steal your mobility, your balance, and your independence. After 60, your body only needs enough B6 to keep your nerves working well, not huge doses that wear them out. If you've been taking extra B6 for energy or nerve support, this may be the right moment to step back, read your labels carefully, and lean more on safer food sources. Because with vitamin B6, the truth is simple. More isn't better, more can be harmful. From risk to protection, this is the shift seniors need to make. We've just gone through 4 vitamins that may look harmless on the label, but after 60 can quietly weaken your body, inflame your organs, and even injure your nerves. The encouraging news is that avoiding the wrong supplements is only the first step. The real secret to thriving after 60 isn't just cutting out the harmful ones. It's feeding your body with the right nutrients. Some vitamins and nutrients don't just give a tiny boost. They can rebuild strength, shield your heart, sharpen your memory, and even help extend your lifespan. And unlike the risky vitamins we've just discussed, the next four are supported by some of the strongest research we have today on senior health. In fact, one of them has been linked to a 36% reduction in the risk of death from any cause.
Now let's turn the page.
We've talked about what you should avoid. Now it's time to look at what you should be giving your body every single day if you want to stay strong, steady on your feet, and clear in your mind well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. We'll start with a mineral that most seniors are quietly lacking, even though it powers more than 300 processes inside your body.
Best vitamin number 4.
Magnesium, the mineral that quietly rebuilds you after 60. If there's one nutrient many older adults are running low on without realizing it, it's magnesium. And the tricky part is this: you often don't know you're missing it until your body starts sending signals that are easy to blame on just aging.
Think about it.
Trouble sleeping, leg or foot cramps at night, tiredness you can't explain, even an irregular heartbeat. Many seniors see these as a normal part of getting older, but research shows they are classic signs of low magnesium. Why does magnesium matter even more after 60? Magnesium takes part in over 300 biochemical reactions in your body. It helps to
Keep your heartbeat steady.
let your muscles contract and relax smoothly, support healthy nerve function and brain activity, balance blood sugar and insulin response, strengthen bones by working together with calcium and vitamin D.
Here's the problem.
As we age, our bodies naturally absorb less magnesium from food. On top of that, many common medications used by seniors, such as blood pressure drugs, acid reflux treatments, and diuretics, actually wash magnesium out of your system.
So even if you feel you're eating pretty well,
Your levels are probably slipping a little more each year.
the hidden dangers of low magnesium
Are serious. A study in the journal Nutrient found that magnesium deficiency in older adults was linked to a 50% higher risk of atrial fibrillation and irregular heartbeat, which raises the chance of stroke, a greater risk of dementia and memory loss, a higher likelihood of developing type 2 diabetes, and more chronic inflammation, which speeds up the aging process. No wonder many doctors now see magnesium as one of the most overlooked nutrients for seniors.
So how do you get magnesium right?
The good news is that restoring healthy magnesium levels can be truly life-changing. Older adults who correct a deficiency often report deeper, more restful sleep, fewer night cramps, and less restlessness, clearer memory and better focus, more stable mood and energy, better balance, and fewer falls.
But there's a catch.
And that's where the next part becomes very important. Not all magnesium supplements work the same way. Magnesium oxide is cheap and very common, but your body absorbs it poorly, and it often causes diarrhea. For older adults, gentler and more effective forms include magnesium glycinate, magnesium citrate, and magnesium malate. These are easier on the stomach, and your body can use them much better. For most seniors, a typical daily amount is around 250 to 400 milligrams of magnesium, depending on diet and overall health.
And don't forget about food.
Magnesium-rich foods include leafy greens like spinach and kale, pumpkin seeds and almonds, avocados, black beans and lentils, and even a little dark chocolate. Yes, dark chocolate can help, as long as it's eaten in moderation. Because modern soils are often low in minerals, even a decent diet may not always give you enough. That's why a well-chosen supplement, used wisely, can truly make a difference.
Magnesium may not sound exciting,
But for seniors, it acts like a quiet powerhouse. Once a deficiency is corrected, many age-related complaints, night cramps, poor sleep, mental fog, often start to fade.
Now let's move on to best vitamin number 3.
The one your skin can no longer produce in adequate amounts. Without it, your bones, your immune system, and even your mood can slowly begin to decline.
Best vitamin number 3. Vitamin D3,
The sunshine nutrient that fights frailty after 60.
If magnesium is the quiet helper,
Vitamin D3 is like the main switch, the nutrient that helps decide whether your bones stay strong, your immune system stays ready, and your brain stays sharp.
here's the reality.
By the time you reach about 65, your body's ability to make vitamin D3 naturally drops by more than 50%. Why? Because your skin simply doesn't turn sunlight into vitamin D as efficiently as it used to.
On top of that,
Many people spend more time indoors, use sunscreen, or live in northern areas with weaker sunlight. Put all of this together, and vitamin D deficiency becomes very common.
why is D3 so crucial?
After 60. Vitamin D3 is not just about bone health, even though it does help prevent fractures. It acts more like a hormone that influences almost every major system in your body.
Bone strength.
It works together with calcium and vitamin K2 to keep bones dense and help prevent breaks. Muscle protection. Low D3 is linked to muscle weakness and a higher chance of falls. Immune defense. It supports your body's ability to fight infections and repair damage. Brain and mood health. It helps maintain mood, memory, and cognitive function. In fact, a review in the British Medical Journal found that seniors with low vitamin D levels had a 50% higher risk of respiratory infections and a 30% higher risk of death from all causes.
Low vitamin D3
Doesn't just affect one part of your health. When your levels are too low, your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even dementia all go up.
The problem is,
Most seniors have no idea they're deficient. The signs are usually quiet and easy to miss. Constant tiredness, low mood or depression, catching colds often, or needing a long time to recover after being sick, bone discomfort or muscle weakness, poor balance, and more frequent falls.
does any of that sound familiar?
Many older adults assume these changes are just old age, but very often they're simply the result of not having enough vitamin D3.
So how can you safely rebuild your vitamin D3 levels?
Here's where things get tricky.
Most standard multivitamins
Only contain about 400 to 800 IU of vitamin D3. Yet studies show that older adults usually need around 1,000 to 2,000 IU per day just to keep healthy blood levels.
The best form to look for
Is cholecalciferol, D3, not vitamin D2, which is weaker and less usable by the body.
a useful tip.
Take your vitamin D3 with a meal that includes healthy fats, like olive oil, avocado, or salmon. Because D3 is fat-soluble, it's absorbed much better when eaten this way. If your blood tests show that your levels are very low, your doctor may suggest higher doses for a short period to bring you back into a safe range.
What about food sources of vitamin D3?
Sunlight is important, but your plate can help too. Great options include fatty fish, such as salmon, mackerel and sardines, egg yolks, and fortified foods like certain milks or orange juice. However, after 60, diet and sun alone are often not enough, which is why smart supplementation becomes so important.
Vitamin D3
Acts like a shield against frailty. Without it, bones become more fragile, Muscles lose strength, immunity drops, and the brain slows down. With healthy levels, many seniors report feeling stronger, more energetic, and even brighter in mood within a few weeks. Now let's move to best vitamin number 2, a deficiency that can look frighteningly similar to dementia, drain your energy, and quietly weaken your legs if it's ignored.
Best vitamin number 2.
Vitamin B12, the nerve protector and brain saver after 60.
If vitamin D3 is your body's shield,
Vitamin B12 is like the ignition key, the nutrient that keeps your nerves firing, your blood cells healthy, and your memory sharp.
here's the shocking part.
By age 65, up to 1 in 4 seniors is low in B12, and most have no idea.
Why does this happen?
Because aging changes how your digestive system works. Your stomach produces less acid as you get older, and that acid is needed to release B12 from food. Then, add in common medications used by many older adults, such as antacids, proton pump inhibitors for reflux, and metformin for diabetes, and the problem becomes even worse.
Even if you regularly eat eggs,
Chicken or dairy products, your body may no longer absorb enough vitamin B12 to keep you truly healthy after 60.
why is vitamin B12
So important in later life? B12 is crucial for 3 major systems: brain and memory. It helps protect nerve cells, slows brain shrinkage, and supports clear thinking. Blood health. It's needed to make red blood cells, which helps prevent anemia and the deep tiredness that comes with it. Muscle control and balance. It supports the communication between nerves and muscles, helping your legs stay strong and stable.
When B12 is low,
The problem isn't just feeling tired. A deficiency can look like dementia, depression, or even neuropathy, nerve damage. Many seniors are told it's just aging, when in reality, it's often a fixable lack of this one nutrient.
signs of vitamin B12 deficiency
Often creep in quietly. Ongoing fatigue or weakness, memory lapses, confusion or mental fog, tingling or numbness in the hands and feet, poor balance or frequent falls, pale skin or brittle nails.
If it goes untreated,
Low B12 can lead to permanent nerve damage. That's why checking your levels and correcting them is so important after 60.
how can you safely restore
Vitamin B12. For seniors, a typical daily intake is 500 to 1,000 micrograms, much higher than the tiny amounts found in many standard multivitamins.
Here's how to do it the right way.
Choose the right form. Look for methylcobalamin or cyanocobalamin, which are better suited to the aging body. Pick an effective delivery method. Sublingual lozenges that dissolve under the tongue, bypass the stomach, and are absorbed directly into the bloodstream. In more serious deficiency, doctors may suggest injections.
Don't rely on food alone.
Even though fish, poultry, eggs, and dairy all contain B12, older adults often can't absorb enough from food because their stomach acid is reduced.
The good news
Is that vitamin B12 is water-soluble. Your body naturally flushes out the extra, so toxicity is very rare. Foods that naturally contain vitamin B12 can still be helpful if your digestion is working reasonably well. Things like salmon, tuna, sardines, eggs, especially the yolk, grass-fed beef, yogurt, and milk all contribute to your B12 levels.
But remember,
After 60, many people still need extra B12 from supplements to keep their levels in a healthy range.
best vitamin number 1.
Omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA.
These
Are the healthy fats seniors really can't afford to miss. If there is one nutrient that can truly change how you age, It's omega-3 fatty acids.
These good fats,
Especially EPA and DHA, don't just support your health in a vague way. They are strongly linked to living longer. A large study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed more than 42,000 older adults and found something remarkable. Those with the highest omega-3 levels in their blood had a 36% lower risk of death from any cause.
in real life,
That translates to fewer heart attacks, fewer strokes, a clearer mind, stronger joints, and often a longer life.
why are omega-3s?
So important after 60. As you get older, chronic inflammation quietly becomes a major enemy. It feeds arthritis, weakens muscles, stiffens arteries, and speeds up decline in the brain.
This is where omega-3s
Step in.
heart health.
They help reduce dangerous heart rhythm problems, lower triglycerides, and keep blood vessels more flexible. Brain function. DHA is a key building block of brain tissue. It supports memory, focus, and mood. Joint protection. Omega-3s can ease stiffness and soreness, making it easier to move. Longevity. Several studies show that omega-3s slow cellular aging by protecting your telomeres, the tiny caps at the ends of your DNA.
In short,
Omega-3s don't just add years to your life, they help you stay yourself for longer.
but here's the problem.
Many adults over 60 are not getting enough omega-3.
One big reason
So many seniors are low in omega-3s is simple. Most don't eat much fatty fish, and modern diets are full of processed foods rich in omega-6 oils like corn, soybean, and canola.
this throws your fatty acid balance out of
Sync. That imbalance feeds inflammation, which shows up as joint pain, brain fog, heart problems, and faster aging. So, how can you get enough omega-3 after 60?
eat more fatty fish.
Aim for 2 to 3 servings per week of salmon, sardines, anchovies, or mackerel.
Supplement wisely.
Look for a high-quality fish oil that provides at least 1,000 milligrams combined EPA and DHA per day. For seniors with heart or inflammatory issues, doctors may suggest 2,000 milligrams or more, depending on individual health.
Always read the label carefully.
Choose a fish oil that has been tested for heavy metals, purified for safety, and ideally comes in a triglyceride form, which your body absorbs more easily,
Take it with meals.
especially those that include healthy fats like avocado or olive oil to boost absorption.
If you are vegan,
Or can't tolerate fish, algae-based omega-3 supplements are a good option. They provide DHA directly, which is especially important for your brain.
food sources of omega-3 include
Salmon, sardines, and other oily fish. Chia seeds and flax seeds, a weaker but still helpful form. Walnuts, and eggs from hens raised outdoors. However, to reach therapeutic levels after 60, food alone is often not enough. That's where a targeted supplement can really make a difference.
omega-3s.
Are one of the closest things we have to nutritional insurance. They protect your brain, your heart, your joints, and even your ability to stay independent as you age. If you were to choose just one supplement to prioritize after 60, omega-3s are a powerful candidate. Because the goal isn't only to add more years to your life, but to keep those years stronger and more vibrant.
Check the label carefully.
Choose a fish oil that has been tested for heavy metals, purified for safety, and ideally provided in a triglyceride form, which your body can absorb more easily. Take it with meals, especially those that include healthy fats like avocado or olive oil, to help your body use it better. If you are vegan or allergic to fish, omega-3 supplements made from algae can give you DHA directly.
Food sources of omega-3
Include fatty fish, such as salmon, sardines, and mackerel, chia seeds and flax seeds, walnuts, and eggs from hens that spend time outdoors. However, for therapeutic levels, food alone is often not enough after 60. That's where the right supplement truly makes a difference. Omega-3s are one of the closest things to a nutritional insurance policy. They help protect your brain, your heart, your joints, and even your ability to stay independent as you age. If you were to add just one supplement to your daily routine after 60, let it be omega-3s. It's not only about adding more years to your life, it's about making those years stronger. Now, the final truth about vitamins after 60. Some nutrients, like retinol-based vitamin A, iron, calcium taken the wrong way, and high-dose vitamin B6, can quietly chip away at your health. They can speed up aging, weaken your heart, and even harm your nerves. These silent risks often hide behind "for seniors" labels, yet they may be part of why you feel older than you really are. In contrast, when you focus on the right nutrients, magnesium, vitamin D3, vitamin B12, and omega-3 fatty acids, you give your body exactly the kind of support it needs at this stage of life. These are the nutrients that help keep your bones strong, your mind sharp, your heart steady, and your energy more stable. The line between decline and vitality isn't about luck or good genes. Most of the time, it comes down to the choices you make every single day. Every pill you swallow, every bite you take, every habit you repeat is quietly moving you in one of two directions: toward weakness or towards strength. For better health, keep this in mind. Getting older is guaranteed, but living in constant suffering doesn't have to be. If this video has helped you see things differently, don't stop here. Take a moment this evening to look at the labels on your supplements. Talk with your doctor about checking your vitamin levels, and most importantly, start swapping out what harms you for what truly helps you. Your future health is not fixed. You are shaping it with every decision you make. Tell us in the comments, which vitamin surprised you the most today, and which one are you currently taking? And if you found this video helpful, tap the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the health insights that keep you stronger for longer. Remember, your best years don't have to be behind you. With the right nutrition, some of your strongest years can still be ahead. Blood health. Vitamin B12 helps your body build healthy red blood cells, protecting you from anemia and deep exhaustion. Muscle and balance. It supports clear communication between nerves and muscles, helping your legs stay steady and strong. When B12 is lacking, it doesn't just make you tired, it can look like dementia, depression, or even nerve damage. Many older adults are told, "That's just aging," when in fact, it's often a nutrient problem that can be corrected. Warning signs of a vitamin B12 deficiency often appear slowly and quietly. Tiredness that just doesn't go away, or general weakness, memory problems, confusion, or a constant mental fog. Tingling or numbness in the hands and feet, poor balance or frequent stumbles and falls, pale skin, or nails that break easily. If it's not treated, low B12 can lead to permanent nerve damage. That's why testing and proper supplementation becomes so important after 60. How can you safely rebuild your B12 levels? For seniors, a typical daily intake is around 500 to 1,000 micrograms, much higher than the tiny amount found in many standard multivitamins. Here's how to do it the right way. Choose the right form. Look for methylcobalamin or cyanocobalamin. These types are better absorbed by the aging body. Pick an effective delivery method. Sublingual tablets that dissolve under the tongue, bypass the stomach, and go straight into the bloodstream. In more serious cases, doctors may suggest injections. Don't rely only on diet. Fish, poultry, Eggs and dairy do contain B12, but because stomach acid usually decreases with age, many seniors can't absorb enough from food alone. The good news is that B12 is water-soluble. Your body gets rid of the extra, so toxicity is very uncommon. B12. Rich foods can still help top up your levels if your digestion is working reasonably well. Salmon, tuna, and sardines. Eggs, especially the yolk. Grass-fed beef, yogurt, and milk.